I don't think there's a finality to being a woman, because I feel like with every stage you unlock, even with every year, like the older you grow, you unlock a new level. Like I think when I was 25, I thought I had reached the epitome of being a woman. But now I'm 29, it's different.
Yeah.
It's very different. Unafikiria nilizaliwa tu ya just come and sit around and wait for someone to come and save me from my situation. Hey, no, I'm getting up and saving myself.
Yeah.
Mtu akinipata anipate doing my thing. Yeah.
Hi,
how are you?
fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine too.
How are you today?
Good. For the better part, I'm feeling good and I'm happy to be here.
Yay.
Yeah.
We
Thanks
love
for
that.
having me.
Welcome.
Asante.
So, for our viewers, we are having a throwback content creator, the self-professed queen of TBT, bringing back the good old days, Mimo Karanja.
Yay.
If you could describe your day to day
Yeah.
in a word,
Yeah.
how would you describe it?
Productive. I woke up very early. Everything has fallen into place and at the right time. I haven't fallen behind on the schedule. And that is good because I'm a time freak. So if things are running late, trust you me, anxiety is over the roof. I'll be sweating and all that. So I'm very happy that I'm on schedule.
Wow.
For the better part.
Productive and on time.
Yes.
We love it. We love it for you. If your life had a theme song,
Yeah.
right now, what will it be? And
why? Queuing Pastor Nganga, wanapanga kunimaliza mama.
Your day is productive.
No, the economy.
Oh, man, I feel that. I agree.
We are living in different times. And the economy is biting everyone differently. So I think that is a song, because every time you watch the news, you go, hey, will we be, in whose hands are we safe, basically?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I feel like that is the appropriate song for now.
100%. Let's throw it back.
Yeah.
You're looking amazing today, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
If no one has told you, I'm telling you.
Asante.
So if we went through your childhood photos,
Ooh.
what's one fashion choice you'd regret?
Oh my God. I think, how parents would play machi-machi. They shonesha the kitenge, and then the material that is left, they do an outfit for you. And it's not really for your age. I feel like I had a couple of those outfits, like that were not, I don't think it's a kid's outfit. So it's like a skirt, it's on a fish.
The mermaid design.
Yeah, the mermaid design. It was called fish back in the day. And the kitenge top. I remember I had this kitenge outfit, and then you're wearing it with sport shoes. I don't know why parents did that to us. Like, sawa we shonesha nguo, you don't have to involve me in that. Just buy me kids' clothes. I feel like I have a couple of those moments.
Wow. What's your relationship with kitenge now?
Oh, I'm a lover of Ankara material and just the African fashion. I'm a lover of it.
Oh, that's nice. At least it didn't scare you.
No, it didn't scare me to that extent. At least now I have the choice of making it fashionable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fashion means a lot to you. You'd say it's a very key way of you expressing yourself.
Absolutely. I grew up in a homestead where I saw my mom pay attention to how she looks, her nails, her outfits. So I think it has played a huge role also in how I express myself through my style. And it also plays it gives you confidence, confidence booster. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, wow. Lovely to know.
Yeah.
What's one thing people assume about you that's completely wrong?
That I'm a people's person.
Really? You're not?
I'm not, for the most part. I'm not.
Wow.
I think the older I grow, the more I'm not a people's person. I like my own company for the most part. I am a homebody. I don't enjoy being outside in the crowds and all that. I basically enjoy my company to a fault.
Wow.
To a fault. I don't enjoy people that much.
I love it. I love it for you and I love it for myself. I'm the same way.
Oh, you're the same way. Oh my
God. But I had
a
phase where I was I was an extrovert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like my childhood, I was very much extroverted, but the older I grow, I'm just like, yeah, it's so hard to reconcile that you are this person and you're growing. I think that's one of the things that I've come to accept. Okay, I used to be a loud person, enjoy people's company, extroverted as a kid. But the more I grow, that is not who I am anymore. And I am happy that I'm now comfortable with that fact. And I think the reason maybe why people might find it confusing is because I am in an extroverted job.
Yeah, exactly.
I put myself out there mostly, but yeah, I enjoy that. But at a personal level, please, just leave me alone.
I feel that. I get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And the way you express yourself as well, the energy you give off,
Yeah.
it does not give homebody, it does not give
Oh,
introvert.
yeah.
I guess that's why there's a bit of a disconnect.
A
People would be like,
disconnect. Yeah. Yes, I'm not a people's person, but I can be chatty.
Yeah.
And also, if you start a conversation, I can follow. I can. Hata utaboeka na mimi sasa au regret niko naanza hii conversation why. But I'm not the one to start a conversation to say hi. I feel very awkward. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
If we made a movie about your life,
Okay.
what would the title be?
Jo. I'd say maybe started from the bottom, now we are here.
Ooh, but that one's very overused.
Yeah, okay.
Started from the bottom, now I've seen that a lot of people, and that's that they actually say something
they say
to
that.
either that or something.
Okay,
to that
I'll say
effect.
maybe the 10 to 1,000 shilling story. Yeah. If I was to write a book, that would be my title.
Come on now. Creativity is in the house.
Yeah.
Welcome you.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Wow, that's dope.
So lakini I'm not where I used to be.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, hallelujah.
What's one thing deskies should definitely know about you?
Oh, okay. That I'm a girly girl. I feel like given my my content and how maybe people perceive me from the other side, I can come out as very, people don't know maybe that I enjoy fashion. I enjoy doing my makeup, looking good.
Yeah.
Those two girly girl things. I don't think it comes off, and it's okay. It's fine, but I am a girly girl. I think I'm a girly girl, and again, I'm very not a people's person. Yeah.
Okay, Deskies, it's your girl. It's the queen.
It's the queen.
The queen.
Yeah.
Note it. All right. Let's talk about the power of looking back.
Okay.
Your content is throwback.
Yes.
It hinges on nostalgia. What is it about throwbacks that resonates so much with people?
I think one thing I also didn't realize is nostalgia is such a powerful, I'd say, it's such a powerful equipment, let me say it like that, because it evokes memories in people. Just imagine even us now as adults, as I've said, we are dealing with bills every day, the economy, news ukiakisha, like there's so much happening, bills are waiting for you and all these things. It's so easy to be in a low place where you're just constantly chasing the bag and trying to make sense out of this life as an adult now. But when you see maybe like a piece of content that I put out, it evokes the memories of a time where you were stress-free, you didn't have to care about bills, you were happy as a kid, or just our happy, because also I create happy memories. I am reflecting our happy memories. So I feel like it gives people a relief from their daily routine of chasing the bag, stressful adulthood and all these things, and it just gives them that kapil of chilling, just we are happy now. At least these are good memories, and it just makes them have a moment of relief by looking back at their happier moments. Yeah.
I agree. Nostalgia is a very powerful emotion.
Yeah, it's a very powerful emotion.
As a writer, I depend so much. I count on it. It will always give you the result you're looking for.
Yes, for sure.
As a consumer of content, I'm not sure I like it. I have a love-hate relationship with nostalgia.
Why?
Because I enjoy the throwbacks.
Yes.
I'm like, oh yes, we did that.
We did that.
Yes, I'm going back. But then there's that sadness. I feel like I don't have that now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes. I feel like with every emotion, there's an action and a
yeah,
reaction. In as much
yeah.
I've said yes, it gives people a sense of relief.
Mm.
It's also a source of therapy too. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
you see your happier days, and maybe una feel say things are not that bad. You know, you
Mm,
smile. But
mhm,
also there's someone who is looking at. I actually get a lot of comments where people
mhm.
are like, "Oh my God, I wish we could go back." You know, as in,
Yeah,
oh, happier, good old
I
days and all.
know.
So, of course, I understand there's that
Yeah,
sense of sadness of, I, when did we grow up and had to have all this
exactly.
stress in my life?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Like this
for
is
sure.
what we were recently. We're having a conversation,
Yeah.
and we're with Veronica actually, and we're talking about nostalgia. And
Yes,
like, I can't believe this is what we were looking forward to.
exactly.
This is what?
Oh, wait, like given a choice now,
Mhm.
honestly, I'd go back to my childhood in a heartbeat. You know, hauna bills,
Yeah.
hauna stress, sijui
Mhm.
za, you know, you're just a kid. My
Yeah.
only stress was I need, leo watu wanatoka saa ngapi nje, we
Yeah.
play.
Mhm.
Ball ya leo inatoka wapi? You know,
Mhm.
things like those. So hatuna
Yeah.
socks za kucheza.
Mhm.
That was my only stress.
Yeah.
Please take me back. But
No.
now, oh my goodness, there's so much on our plates.
True. So
Yeah.
do you feel that at a personal level, is it just the
Mhm.
you use it to create content, or even personally you feel like childhood, we
I
should go
feel
back?
it at times. I feel like for the most time, I'm happy when I reflect on it.
Hmm.
But also there are those times of like, oh my goodness, where did these
Yeah.
days go? Can we go back to the good old
Yeah.
days? But reality, ni, we
We
can
can't.
never.
Time
So
travel should be a thing.
yeah,
Elon
yeah.
Musk, please. Elon Musk, if you see this video,
Tunamtegemea.
if you see this video.
Yeah.
So what informed your decision to create this type of content, this niche? Did you
Mm.
just sit down one day and you're like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
creating my strategy.
Yeah.
This is what I'll do.
Mm-hmm.
Or did you just find yourself naturally creating that content?
I always tell people this is a type of content that I came to oops. It was very oops. I
Uh-huh.
didn't plan for it. I came across an audio on my, FYP on TikTok,
Mhm.
and it just reminded me of a certain time.
Uh-huh.
So when I decided to create content around it, I thought I was telling my story and maybe the 10 kids I grew up with.
Mhm.
Posted the video, it went viral. And I was like, Kwani, we all grew up in the same estate, the same village, we all went to the same school.
Mhm.
And I created a demand
Mhm.
of that content because now people wanted to see more.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, so this is a niche that no one, first and foremost, had tapped into in our country. And so I was like, actually, not just in our country. I feel like Africa, there's no
Yeah.
one who had really focused on throwback content. So even when I was starting out, my videos would blow up outside Kenya.
Mhm.
It was not just a Kenyan thing. You've seen Nigerians relating, Ugandans, and all these people. So I just saw, oh, there's a gap for this content. And I remember like I had good memories from my childhood. And from what I see what it tuna relate. So I
Yeah.
started creating this type of content when I saw people that received it. They received it well.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
also I feel so seen when I see your videos. I'm like, oh my gosh, my
You,
childhood is
I'm
coming back to
exposing your
me.
secrets.
Did you go through my diary?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
All right. What's one past trend you wish you could make come back, and one you hope stays buried forever?
Um, something from a throwback thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't get to experience the flip phone
Oh yeah.
era
Yeah.
quite well.
Yeah.
I want that back. I want to experience that, like,
I agree.
closing the
Yeah.
phone. When it comes to something that I hope remains back then, I think maybe this thing as I've said, ya kuvaa nguo
Yeah. Those
na
sport
sport
shoes.
shoes,
Yeah.
even when it's not much. I feel like now people have learned how to,
Yeah. To make it.
sneakers with outfits and it looks good.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it didn't.
Yeah. It did not.
It didn't. And also maybe low waist jeans.
You don't want them back.
No. I hate them.
I hate them as well.
I don't like low waist jeans.
I feel like
what were those?
Lowest, they have there's a specific body type,
Yes,
and they are like let's say a quarter of the entire population.
exactly.
So the rest 3/4
yeah.
do not
I
look
don't think it
flattering.
looks
Yeah, it does not
no.
flatter.
Let it just remain buried.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
If you could send a WhatsApp voice note to the baby version of you, the one in sport shoes,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
will you say?
Oh my God. Oh, that kagao. I'd say, I know you're going through a lot and you think maybe you won't make it to the other side, but in a few years, you will make it. Everything that you dreamed of will come to be. Yeah, and you'll make it through. Like, I feel like I had a lot of things happening in my life at a personal level, and it planted a kidogo self-doubt in me. And there's some things seemed so far out of reach because of the environment you grew up in, the circumstances, and all these things. You don't think you'll make it to the other end, and actually make a life for yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that would be my key message, that actually you made a life for yourself. The very things people tell you you should shun away from, or you mute in your life. I grew up with a lot of, this talent. I grew up in the 844 system, where it was very heavy on how you perform in class.
Yeah.
And so your talents were overlooked a lot. And people made it look like if you focus on your talent, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Guess what, girl? You're gonna make it because of that talent.
Come on.
So I feel like that's what I'll tell her. Like the talent people are telling you, aitakupeleka mahali, you won't make it, ifunike, soma kwanza. Don't.
Yeah.
Your talents are what are going to make you actually they're going to make you achieve your dreams.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Looking back, what do you wish you would have done differently as a young teenager?
I think again, maybe believe in my talents more. I think because of, again, the noises that were around me, I had a kidogo self-doubt. Like, I didn't think my talent would ever amount to anything in life. And because you are not very, I wasn't even like a bad performer, but because you're not a number one in the 844 system, people made you feel like an automatic failure in life. So I feel like I had a lot of self-doubt in that regard. Like, I'll be failure.
The colder the bed, the warmer the future.
Yeah,
I don't know, the warmer the bed, the colder the future.
Yeah. So there was a lot of that. So I feel like that's one thing, maybe I'll change your self-doubt and just believe in myself that life will work out, even with the talents that I have. It will work out.
Do you feel as though it's like a rite of passage by life, that everyone at some point will, as sort of as a child, the voices are not, I don't know whether the voices are not there or we just don't care as children.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't notice the voices. There's a certain innocence about childhood. And then you become a teenager and then you start like, oh, can I do that? Can I not?
Exactly. And then now it doesn't help that you're a girl.
Yes.
That you're a woman.
Yeah.
So there was a lot like, you're too loud. You're too loud, because you're acting, you're always putting yourself out there. Even when I was starting content creation, but like, you're so much on social media. Mind you, I'm actually not even posting in a bikini or things like those. I'm just showing my talent. Yes, funny, crazy me. And I got a lot of, no one will want this.
What?
Like, low key. Some are very like very subtle commentary, but I've had it so many times to recognize it. So yeah, I think the older you get, it becomes louder and louder, because now you're able to understand what people are saying. But as a kid, how jolly, like, I don't care, I'm living my life. So yeah, I feel like the older you grow, the noises become louder. Yeah.
Wow. Because as a child, I never used to understand. People used to read motivational books. I was like, why do you need motivation? You just go and do what you want to do.
Yeah, do.
Now I'm like, the voices.
Yeah, the voices.
That's why you go to motivational
for
books.
sure.
I think it's so sad. So sad.
Very sad.
Anyway, you moved out at 27.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Which moving out hack did you learn that you think girls planning to live alone should take up?
Oh, okay. I think maybe I've seen different variations of this, but save up money before you move out. So what I personally did, and I'll want to share this hack with maybe someone who is planning to move out there. So if you're planning to move to a house that was 10K, maybe that is 10K a month, there's a certain amount you need to pay for that house, the down payment, and then I moved out of my parents' house, so I didn't have anything. So what I did for that year before I moved out is I started putting the 10K aside, depending on how much now you're going to be paying for. This is just a rough figure, right? So if you're planning to move to a nyumba ya 10K, I started putting 10K. Nikaanza kujifunza kulipa rent earlier. But this 10K, I was actually saving up towards now the moving out part. It was going to help me pay my deposit and rent and buy me the things that I need when I move out, like a bed, a mattress, and all these things. And actually, when I moved out, I had saved up quite a number of, an amount of money that I didn't really struggle. And also the concept of paying rent, I had already started getting used to it because nilikuwa najua hii pesa ikiingia hii inaeka kando. It's towards the saving, but already I'm practicing how to pay rent because I also didn't grow up in an environment where I saw rent being paid. So I didn't know what that looks like. So I had to kujifunza mapema. So I think that's a hack. Maybe start setting aside a certain amount of money, and then as you practice to pay rent.
Did your parents struggle with letting you go, moving out at
No.
27?
No. My mom was so like,
it's about time.
It's about time.
For real.
And my mom was very heavy on, you will never own anything. Everything you buy, as long as you're living in my house, it's somehow mine.
Oh, yeah.
You get?
Yes.
So just move out. Have even a spoon under your own name. Yeah. So I feel like she was very talker. Yeah.
That's interesting. I feel like it's interesting because it doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
Most parents, especially at 27,
yeah,
the older you are, the more they're used to having you around.
Around.
So
yes.
now why do you want to go now?
No. She wanted me to, I think, to learn like responsibility on my own and have like a life of my own things. So I know she had a difficult time, of course, letting me go, and not having my company, things like those. But for the better part, I went ukiendanga.
That's empowering, actually. I feel like, do you feel like it's important for girls particularly to have that experience living alone after they move out of their parents' house? Do you feel it's a stage, an experience you would endorse for girls to experience?
Definitely, because it will help you learn how to manage your own schedule and run a household. I feel like when you live at home, your schedule is very interdependent and very codependent on other people living in the same household. So your mom tells you mtapika nini leo. Everything, the rent is paid for you and all these things. But it will come maybe a time, even if this is your goal, you need to live by yourself or you'll become a family woman. And if you haven't learned these things to how to run an entire household, imagine now you have a man depending on you and kids depending on you to run a household for it to feel like a home. So I feel like it's a good rite of passage to help you even also be very independent of your own company. You don't need, people's company, or rather, how will I put it? It helps you be your own person. So I feel like it's very important. I'll endorse it, but we are no pressure. I moved out at 27, and the reason actually I wrote it like that is because I feel like there's a huge pressure for people to move out at CG. Even in that comment section, when I posted that video, so many people are like, oh, sisi waje tulihama nikiwa 18. I'm like, good for you, but also there's no glory in suffering or going to, if your whole home is not toxic, of course I do understand some people move out because of toxic homes, toxic parents. Understandable, move out for your own peace of mind. Wengine maybe kwenyu ni Kisumu and you found a job in Nairobi, understandable. But kama kwenyu ni accessible and you can, please, no pressure. No pressure. Don't feel that there's no glory in suffering. And also, given a chance, even those people who are saying that, given a chance, they'll live at home till they're 30. So there's no glory in moving out early or the pressure of going to suffer out there just for the sake of moving out. Don't. Usikwe na pressure.
Okay. What would you say you have learned about yourself since moving out and living alone?
Oh, that is so interesting. I think now of late I've been struggling with the idea that I'm lazy. I know that's not what many people expected me to say, that I've just realized that I can be very lazy if I'm not careful. I can just say hakuna mtu anakupea
Yeah,
pressure.
yeah.
You know how as I've said, your timetable or your schedule is very codependent on what other people are doing in the household. So kama nakulanga saa 7 home, food needs, you need to be to have made the lunch by 1, right? But when you're living alone, no one is pushing you. Hizo vyombo hazisumbui mtu and all that. So sometimes I've found that I can be very reluctant, very lazy if I'm not careful. So that is now a battle that I'm having with myself. Calling myself out. I'm like, no. Hakuna venye vyombo zozote zitakapo ama zioshwi and all these things. So I feel like that's something I've learned. I can be lazy.
It's just that at home you didn't have the opportunity. There was no space.
There's no luxury. There was no in an African household. You can't be lazy. Ataka uko lazy, somehow you can't really tell. Because you're on schedule, you have to. I remember I used to ask my mom, tunakula lunch ama tunakula masaa? Wesi bora tukule lunch. Baka tutakula, 2, 3. But for them, 1 ni lunch time, 7 ni dinner time. But when you're living alone, unajipata tunakula saa 5 and all these things. So I'm calling myself quite a lot of late, like, don't be lazy. Get things done. Osha hizo vyombo, make dinner, do all these things.
I saw that trending on TikTok during this entire thing. There was this trend of when you're in Ushagu, and then so a lot of people, firstborns, they were talking about how they moved out, they were not participating in the Christmas whatever cooking. So they said they have discovered that they can actually be lazy. Because they live alone. So they're just like, oh no, that's lastborn things now. They're cooking the entire day for Christmas. That's lastborns. So I see
yes. I relate 101%. I've discovered I can be lazy.
All right. Let's talk about womanhood.
Ooh, okay.
In your own words. How would you describe the experience of being a woman?
I think it's a learning curve every day. I don't think there's a finality to being a woman, because I feel like with every stage you unlock, even with every year, like the older you grow, you unlock a new level of being a woman. So I feel like for me, womanhood is just evolving. It's an evolution in its own way. Because na feeling apa, like I think when I was 25, I thought I had reached the epitome of being a woman. But now I'm 29, it's different. It's very different. And I assume even for someone in their 30s, 40s. So I feel like it's an evolving wheel, like it's a wheel every day. There's no finality to it. You're growing and you're learning each and every day.
There's no destination.
There's no destination to womanhood.
That's unbox each box at a time. That is so beautiful. Because truly you can't unbox all the boxes at once.
No.
I think it speaks even to life generally. You can't unbox all the boxes. You can't
unbox all the boxes at once. Like even I assume maybe you have a girl group. Some are mothers maybe. Just imagine being given that box now.
No, ain't no way.
Exactly. Some people are married. Honestly, I tell people I don't think I would have handled marriage in my early 20s. So different boxes arrive at your mail at different times. Za wengine zinafika mapema, and something you're blessed with, now when you look at yourself, someone else does not have. So I feel like there's usually these timelines as women. It's like we are supposed to go as a community. Moja wetu akiolewa, si wote tuolewe. Moja wetu akipata mtoto, si wote mtoto. And even people ask you, hey, so and so I got married. Why aren't you married? Those two deadlines and timelines, it's something that I've had to debunk as I grow older.
Wow, that's a powerful one. Every woman relates to that. 100%. So they say this is a man's world. Talking of timelines, what's a situation where you really felt that, and how did you handle it?
I feel like when I was starting out my career, I started out in media. I used to work in a media house and all these things. And I remember I got a job to be a presenter, and I was only 22 years old. And I'll tell you for sure, the number of times people would, like look down on me because first and foremost of your age. You're too young for this. And now ongeza hapo juu, you're a woman, you're a girl. It just, they really underestimated you know,
Yeah.
you because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like in such situations is the best thing is just let your work speak for you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
to prove that we are not here because you're a woman or a man. We are here
Yeah.
because of our qualifications,
Mm-hmm.
because of our talents or whatever case it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like saa zingine, you don't have to defend yourself a lot, really. Let your work let your work speak for you. So I feel like that's how I handled it. Like my work spoke for myself, ilishine na ikaendelea. So I didn't have to defend myself a lot. Yeah.
Wow. I know women can relate to that
Yeah.
a lot. It's so painful how our experiences are so universal.
Exactly.
It's not just you. So many people
Yeah.
have oh
We have
God.
a
Wow.
universal way of experiencing
Yeah.
womanhood.
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah.
Wow. Release us. They should release us.
Release us, please. Yes, I feel like when I was young, like in my early 20s, when I was starting like my corporate world, there was a lot of that. You're so young. You got this job. Hata hujamaliza uni and you're a girl. How?
Yeah, how? Oh gosh.
Kazi, qualifications.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then questioning the how you got there.
How you got there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Men are never questioned.
No.
Their qualifications are never
They are
questioned.
never questioned. No.
Wow. This could end up being something else.
Yeah.
So how would you describe your journey as a female content creator?
Yeah.
Do you feel like your gender has influenced the content you create in any way? Or how you go about creating your content?
I think yes, and no to some extent. No, because I'm a comedian. That's the classification I feel like I'll fall under, mostly like entertainment.
Yeah.
And I feel like that gives you the luxury to do whatever it is you want.
Yeah, true.
People are here just because you're funny,
Yeah.
not because you're pretty. People don't follow me because I'm pretty and all these things. People follow me because you're funny and they relate to I'm funny and they relate to my content.
Yeah.
So to that extent, I don't think my gender has played a role really. But also now in terms of how I present myself on social media, I think it's heavily influenced with my gender. Kuna venye sitaki kujipresent because I know if, you know, we've seen other content creators, and not to look to point fingers, everyone feel free to do whatever it is you want. And we've seen how that's, you know, they have presented them in a certain way, nudity, the way they speak language and all these things. There's a way they've presented themselves. And we've seen how that has impacted their careers. And maybe if a man did the same thing, it wouldn't be perceived in the same notion. But as a woman, sometimes you have to be very careful how you present yourself, how you talk, and all these things. So I feel like to that extent, yes, it has affected my career as my career as a content creator. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Which woman has, or women have shaped how you navigate life today?
Definitely my mom. I grew up in a single parent family, and I saw her, you know, working to provide, and she actually provided very well.
Come on,
She for the most part, yeah, you know, like she did a very good job bringing us up. She was very independent, and I always tell people this. Is my mom. I've never had her once. I've never had her even till today speak in terms of like, oh, if maybe we had a man in our lives, life would have been different. She never painted that kind of picture in my mind. So just to be brought up by an independent woman who is able to make ends meet, take her kids to the best schools and all these things on her own has definitely impacted how I also, you know, see life. Like I don't think I need someone to make my life complete. I see myself complete as I am, and I'm aware that I can achieve anything that I want by myself. So I feel like she has really impacted my mentality when it comes to, because I feel like so many women, even I know you've heard of this, is where, you know, you can't amount to, it's like we are waiting for our husbands, or rather for a man to complete our life, to complete us, for us to bloom completely. But I think my upbringing, I have never been the one to wait for that to happen. You know, because I didn't grow up with that. My mom made things happen by herself. So I'm usually like by myself, making things happen. So I feel like she has impacted how I perceive life.
Yeah, there's a lot of saving in women's
Yeah.
lives.
Oh my
We
God,
expecting
yeah.
a man to swoop in,
To save you, you're waiting. Yeah,
Prince
a Prince
Charming, knight
Charming.
in shining armor,
Exactly,
and
to
save
save you
us.
from your financial
Mm.
um what will I say, situation, to save you
Mm-hmm.
from even working and all
Yeah,
these things.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that. Like, it will be good, quite honestly. I'm not
Mm.
saying, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
independence as ingine inachokesha,
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
honestly,
Mm-hmm.
and it will be good, but I don't think it's something I sit around or I've ever, like, sat around and wait. Or
Mm-hmm.
even when I was making plans in my life,
Mm-hmm.
I never planned it around a man.
Yeah. Wow.
It was just me
Mm-hmm.
na maisha yangu.
Wow.
So I feel like she has impacted me heavily when it comes to that, my mom.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Mm.
And have you experienced that pressure perhaps to conform to that conditioning, the way
Mhm.
women were conditioned to wait for a man to save us? Have you experienced it from other people in your life,
Yeah.
or have they all been,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, there's that. Oh my goodness. As long as you're a girl, you're a woman in this
Yeah.
world, people will make you feel like that. Like,
Mhm.
oh my God, you're supposed to, wait for
Yeah.
saving. Not even once have you, even in, like, in your corporate world, people will be like, mbona unataka kuongezewa mshahara na utaolewa? Mi nataka mshahara dependent on my abilities and
Yeah.
what I'm offering
Mhm.
this job,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of that noise of, hata even when it comes to progressing in work, ama watu akina nani wanafaa wakatwe mshahara kwanza. It's usually you as a woman,
Yeah.
because you have a husband,
Yes.
or you ufai kuprogress sana sahi. You will get a husband who will take you to the next level.
Yeah. They start with the single ladies. They're like, you're single, you're a child.
Eh,
What do you want money
yeah,
for?
yeah, you'll have a man who will
Yeah.
support. I'm like, unafikiria nilizaliwa tu just to come and sit around and wait for someone to come and save me from my situation? No, I'm getting up and saving myself.
Yeah.
Mtu akinipata anipate doing my thing. Yeah.
Wow. I'm inspired. Wow. Woman talk.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that. So what's one piece of advice from an older woman that has stuck with you?
I think it was a preaching in the church that I used to go to growing up, and it was about being a pity, like always having a pity party for yourself, where you're always a victim of circumstances. Everything is always happening to you, instead of just
Happening for you,
and also facing things as they come. And I think that is one of the profound things, or rather one of even like my mantras in life. This is not a pity party. Life happens for everyone. Everyone is having something happening in their lives. I don't have the luxury to just sit down and being like, oye, oye, every day. Naamka na dust off, tunalia leo, kesho, we are back, whether it's work, relationships, anything, every aspect of your life. You can't afford to have a pity party every day.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah. That one is scathing. It's scathing, that one. Like, wow. Life is not going to stop, unfortunately.
Yeah, life is not stopping for anyone.
Your world is stopping, but others are not.
They are not stopping. And I feel like that's something. And the reason maybe of course, I've had so much from older women, but the reason maybe I've chosen to go with that one now is because I feel like we are living in a society right now where the pity party is too much.
Yeah.
Kila mtu anapitia life. Everyone is facing life. Everyone is dancing to the wrath, of life. But you can't afford every day you are a victim. Every day no.
Yeah, true.
Life doesn't happen like that. Wake up and face life. Yeah.
Wake up and face life.
Yeah.
I feel like life itself would actually be very surprised by the audacious. I think that's why they say fortune favors the bold.
Yes.
Life is going to be like, oh wow.
Yeah.
You're still moving on even after that.
Okay. And nothing will solve itself.
Yeah. Yeah, true. You have to solve it.
If it's a money issue you have, you have to wake up and look for the money.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
If it's healing you after, it won't find you seated down. You have to chase the healing.
Yeah.
So I feel like these days, and even in this era of mental health being amplified, which is not a bad thing, but also I feel like we forget to tell people life, you need to face life as it comes.
Yeah.
You can't pity party every day.
Yeah, true.
No. Life is not, it's happening, it's not waiting for you.
Yeah.
Ikitoka bus stop imetoka.
True.
So uko ndani ama unaachwa nyuma. Yeah.
Life needs guts.
Yeah, you need guts. I mean, like, life is, you're gonna go through. I'm not saying that because that you don't have challenges and all that. Everyone has their own challenges.
Yeah.
And trust you me, even if I was to give you my challenges, you wouldn't handle. And if you are to give me your challenges, I wouldn't handle. So everyone is going through something.
Yeah.
And you can't afford to sit down, feel sorry for yourself forever.
True.
Ni leo masaa mawili lia, jifungie lia kwa shower, and then you step out.
True.
With
That's so true.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So what advice would you share with aspiring or upcoming female content creators?
Be audacious, honestly. Don't let people, especially, I feel like this is both ways, both genders practically, but I also feel like for women it can be amplified. As I've said, when I started out, people are like, oh, who would want to be associated with this? Because it's like you're too loud. You're showing yourself, you're putting yourself out there a lot, but believe in you, do you. Whoever is meant to be in your life is going to be in your life, whether or not you're doing whatever it is you're doing. So do not be afraid to look stupid at the beginning. Look stupid, but you're doing what you're called to do, what you feel satisfies and fulfills your destiny, or rather your purpose on earth. Do it. Don't be afraid to look stupid when you're starting out. I think that applies to both gender. But as women, I feel like sometimes you are so scared to look a certain way on social media. You want to, look all every day.
Prim, proper.
Please don't be scared to look, stupid or whatever it is, as long as you're doing the right thing as per your purpose and as God and all these things. Yeah.
You're a believer.
Yeah, I am.
I've gotten that from your responses.
Oh, yeah, I
am. How has your faith anchored you in this journey?
That is a good question. I don't think I've ever thought about it, honestly. But I feel like being a believer is knowing that God has your back 24/7, and knowing that your life is in his hands and not people's hands. I feel like we live in like now personally, it's usually like the world we're living in right now is a society, you need to know people to know people for you to make it. And to some extent it's true, like iko na kaukweli hapo, but I don't think I've ever depended on that. That in my life I need to know people for me, ama kujipendekeza kwa watu for me to make ends meet, for certain doors to open. For me it's like, if God has said that door, I'll enter. I'll enter. If that is meant for me, it is going to be mine. So for me, I just put my work out there, and everything else I leave it in God's hands. I don't need to jipendekeza to people and all these things. No. So I feel like that has anchored me, just knowing that my life is in God's hands and not people's hands or anyone's hands. Has made me very even aware of myself and confident, and not be shaken. I'm a peer, like lose your own what is it called, value, ama haujishushi just to make people happy. Ati you're trying to jipendekeza to people. I don't play those cards. Like for me, ni mimi na Mungu wangu.
You're grounded.
I'm grounded. So I feel like that has been the role of faith in my career.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I feel like a lot of people separate faith from work, pursuit of work, anything you're doing with your hands, or now even such a front-facing career as content creation.
Yes.
You remove God very fast. You're like, hey, God cannot, how will he be here?
Yeah.
But it's beautiful to see how you have
merge the two.
Yeah.
It's important. I mean, plus also I remind myself every day that it is God who gave me this talent. So just like there's that story in the Bible of people who are given different talents and all that, I need to make it, him who was faithful to give me this talent is going to make it pay.
Yeah.
As long as also I do my part. Of course, I'll pay talent to Kazike as the story, or you sit on it. But as long as I've done my part, God will definitely meet me for the other half of the journey.
Yeah.
Yes.
And God is the ultimate creator.
Yeah,
the first creator. So.
Yeah, so because I've seen, I see even like not just content creation, I see a lot of people, oh, you need to know people. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But also you can't be very screwed to think like that every day. No.
True.
So for me, I feel like, yeah, God has the final say for me.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Now this is a fun section for relatable women hacks.
Okay, no problem.
What's the ultimate woman hack every girl should know? That you think it could be about life, about fashion, career, relationships, anything.
Yeah.
Ultimate woman hack.
Okay. I feel like I have two answers. One that is very shallow, and the one can be deep. I don't know. Deep is, I feel like your gut. I feel like it takes long for us to trust that sixth sense of ours, which is usually, I don't think it has ever proved me wrong. I don't know. True. As a woman, can you relate to that?
Yes, I do know we have a sixth sense.
Yeah.
Men don't have it for some reason.
Yeah.
And it is never wrong.
It is never wrong.
Even if people gaslight you, they tell you you're imagining.
Yeah.
You're not imagining.
You're always, they always prove you right.
Yes, always.
Exactly.
Always on point.
So I feel like a hack is always trust your gut feeling. Listen to that sixth sense. Whatever it is saying, go by it. I don't think it will ever guide you in the wrong way.
Yeah.
So that is one. Two, I think as we started this conversation, I am a huge believer on appearance and how you present yourself.
Yeah.
Confidence booster. Like looking good, just putting yourself together every day. You don't have to do it for other people. I think a lot of people think everyone is dressing up to impress the opposite sex.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, when I look good, my confidence is over the roof.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is a hack every woman should do. Like, ukikapua, your confidence automatically is, you feel some type of way about yourself, not even about, when people compliment you, that is secondary. But already when you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, look, I look good. You automatic, even your mood is very different.
True.
Yeah. So I feel like that's a hack.
That's true. It's the same with, there's someone, I don't know if you know Stephanie Chorono.
Yeah.
She always talks about getting your hair done.
Yeah.
She says every time she gets her hair done.
And my personality is unlocked. Hata unenanga karibu kanyage everyone in town. When you get your braids done or whatever, there's a certain level. Even when you have your nails done.
Yes.
Just your nails. There's a certain way you feel about yourself. Like you want you just feel a certain way. So I feel like that's a hack. Like,
everyone should come out and meet you in the street. Everyone step out.
Exactly. You feel like
you need to see this.
You're overconfident. Yeah. So I feel like appearance plays a huge role in it's appearance is a hack. I feel like
True.
It's a cheat code to your confidence.
I've heard George Ndirangu say that as well.
Yeah.
He says he loves to look good because he knows what it will do for his confidence.
Yeah,
He'll
for
be
sure.
on his A game. Just the fact that he looks
Unakatupwa, you smell good, you look good, your hair is done. You don't even I even encourage people, even especially ladies, learn how to do your own makeup. Hata kama ni kitu, you don't have to be like what I've done, lashes. Simple makeup to learn to do your eyebrows, the gloss and the lipstick. You're good to go.
True.
You're good to go.
And whoever has done your makeup today, wow. Blending.
Oh, thank you.
All right. What's a small habit that has completely changed your life?
I think having a routine, or let me not say that, like having a planner. Like I like planning out, to-do list, schedule and all that. I feel like especially now, even in this space that I'm in as a content creator, there's so much going on. There are shoot days. I'm here for an interview. There are days where I need to sit down and do admin work. There's so much going on, and without a planner or just something to help you with your timelines and all that, hey, you can go crazy.
Yeah.
You can go crazy. I feel like something that has been very instrumental in my sanity is having a planner, you know, like lists, to-do list,
Yeah.
a diary, something like that. Plays a huge role.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen a lot of girls talk about planners.
Hey, do you do it? Try it. Honestly, just even if it's a simple to-do list, like I do it at the beginning of the week. I write you know, these are things that I need to do this week. And then maybe every day I have to-do list, or every 2 days, these are things that I need to do in these 2 days. Life becomes so much simpler with a planner.
I'll embrace that. I'll try and see that one. Whether I'll do it. There's I don't know what test it is, but there's according to that test, there's type A people and type B people. Type A are highly planning. They want to know everything that's happening in a day. They want to get the tasks done way before time, the deadlines. And then there's type B.
Yeah.
You know, I'll do it
Last minute.
last minute.
Oh, no.
I feel like I fall in type B.
Type B.
I don't know type A.
No, I'm a type A.
Type A.
Definitely. I don't do well with you know how people say you work well under pressure?
Yeah.
I don't. Actually, you're waiting for the last minute for you to get things done. I don't thrive in that. Like as I've said, I'm also a time that also comes with being a time freak.
Yeah.
So if I'm running against time, trust you me, I'm going crazy. I'm sweating. Even physically, I'm not doing well.
Yeah.
Mentally, niko too all over the place. So I just have to work with a planner.
For type Bs, let me not identify. Let me not say for type Bs.
Yeah. But also, I get
for
it.
type Bs,
Yeah.
they usually they get a thrill from the adrenaline rush.
Yes.
Of time is right. Wait,
Hey.
time is not there. Time is not there. So adrenaline, you feel so good.
I get it because I remember when I was during my campus days, I used to be those people, call me kierere, but najijua. I don't work well the last minute. I'll do my assignment like even 2 weeks in advance. My assignment will be like almost ready. Maybe sasa ni final touches too, but I am done basically. Wow. And then there are people, assignment ni leo, ni due kesho, and today is when they're running to do it. Please teach me your ways, because I could never. I could. Oh my God. Okay, I'll be crying.
For real.
I'll be so overwhelmed.
I was always like that. If the exam is tomorrow, I'll start reading. So the exam is tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Today at midnight.
Yeah.
I won't sleep. I'll start reading.
I can't.
I'll cram the entire book.
Overwhelmed. Even when I'm, like I feel like I'll cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be too much for me to
The
handle.
diversity of humanity.
Yes, exactly.
We all have our strengths. I hope we can help each other.
Because sometimes I wish I had that. Like I'm able to work last minute, but it's just not a bone I have. I struggle with it.
I get it.
Yeah.
If women had an official survival kit, what 3 things must be inside?
Ooh. I'd say number 1, confidence. You need to be very, self-aware and confident in yourself, because we live in a world where even ourselves to ourselves, women to women, we are very, we like putting each other down, and that interferes, or rather can make someone feel very low. So you need to have confidence in your survivor's kit. Whatever anyone says, whatever people say about me, I am, like I have a perception of myself and confident in my own self. So I feel like self-confidence, and self-esteem in your bag, you need it.
Yeah.
Another thing would be a good outfit. You need again. I think you need that ka one fit ukivaa unajua leo hakuna hata kama ni moja. No one is putting me down today. You need like that go-to outfit for you to, it's like a, what you like, a boss babe outfit, like that today I am on top of the world outfit. I feel like you need that. Another survival. Do I have a third one? Oh my God. It's escaping me. I think I have those 2 for now.
Those 2 for now.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us your funniest. I'm a woman and this is my reality moment.
Oh, okay. I feel like you know how saa zingine unachelewa and you need to walk through a certain path at night,
Mhm.
and you're just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you know, like the vulnerability, you become aware of
Mm.
your vulnerability as a
Yeah,
woman,
yeah.
that you're not like someone can just target you because
Yeah.
ule ni dame.
Mm.
That's like a girl that I can rob from,
Mhm.
who is an easy you just the thought that you're an easy target.
Yeah.
I feel like
Gosh.
that is the, you know, like that
Mm.
you should see me sometimes, you know, I'm running away from literally a ghost.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing chasing me, there's no
Yeah.
one there,
Mhm.
but the thought comes and I'm
Yeah.
running,
Yeah.
na hakuna mtu you know, amejificha
Mm.
hapo kwa hizo whatever the
Mhm.
kabush you're thinking.
Mm.
So I feel like that's usually like I'm usually like, wow.
And you know.
And I always find myself even walking with, you know, something in my
Yeah,
hand,
of
like that
course.
I could use as a weapon.
Yeah.
And unaanza kutembea hapo nikawe ni James
Eh.
Bond. You know, like, oh my god, I'm a Angelina Jolie. You know those
Yeah.
movies where she's fighting and
Mhm.
you're walking around looking behind you as if
Eh.
you have as if someone appeared, you will
Oh
do
my
the
god.
most.
At least you giving the idea that you can.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
feel like I have something in my hand, like maybe an umbrella, and
Mhm.
I'm just waiting for someone to appear so that, hey,
My moment to shine.
yeah, we're going to shine. But
Yeah.
you know,
But
low-key, you're
yeah.
just shaking
Yeah.
like this. I feel like that's usually like, I'm usually like, if someone can go through my mind and
Yeah.
see what I'm thinking now, the
Mhm.
scenarios I'm having,
Yeah.
anaweza nicheka, cause anaweza nicheka na nihurumia at the
Yeah,
same time.
yeah,
They'll
yeah.
pity me
Mm.
and laugh at me at the same time. Cause
Man, the reality of being a woman.
yeah. I feel like that's usually like something on top of my
Mm.
list. Every day I'm nikishukishwa tu na matusi kuko.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone behind
Yeah.
me?
Do I look too friendly?
Do I look too friendly? Am I okay? Not even do I look like an easy target?
Mm-hmm.
You already know you're
Yeah,
an
yeah,
easy
yeah,
target.
yeah, yeah.
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 Especially leo as a kapatite girl hapo.
Eh,
Hauna chance.
yeah. Man,
Yeah.
it's so sad.
Yeah. Umekasi sad.
Gosh, it's a whole baggage.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, my goodness.
Yeah.
What's a 100% guaranteed way to
Mm-hmm.
boost confidence when you're having an off day?
I think I've said it so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Appearance.
Appearance.
Make yourself look good. Put
Mm-hmm.
on that good outfit. Wear that lipstick.
Mm.
Look good.
Yeah.
That's a cheat code to to boosting your moods and your confidence on a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed. Power suit, the little black dress, whatever.
Yeah. Just put your. I always tell people like the minute if you feel like your wardrobe is not doing it for you,
Mm-hmm.
just start working on it. Have an idea of this. You know, create an people are calling it now an it girl in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
What start dressing up like her.
Yeah.
Cheat code.
Mm-hmm.
Then that is your Kenya to this. You know, to your
Yeah.
confidence in this life and your mood booster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about IWD.
Yeah.
This year's IWD theme is all about accelerating action for gender equality. What's one thing every woman can do to push this movement forward?
Oh wow. I think it's by I think I've mentioned this as we're talking, is I feel like we live in a world where we put each other down, you know, as women. Instead of, you know, lifting each other up and building each other up. I feel like if we just forget our, you know, our jealousy, is all those emotions that come with when you look at another woman, because those feelings are pretty much normal.
Yeah.
You know, you look at a woman and you're like, oh, she's doing better than me. She has a life that I would want and I do not have it. But instead of letting those those type of feelings make you, you know, pull the other woman down, overcome them, you know, and let's pull each other up, support each other, just even a simple compliment, like, you know, I love your hair. I don't know what that will do to you, and your day, and what impact you'll go and have in this world, you know, from that simple compliment. So instead, we need to stop putting each other down, pulling each other down, wishing our, you know, each other the worst in this life. We need to overcome that and drop that mentality and pull each other up. You know, whether it's through a simple compliment, supporting another woman's business, and all these things. I feel like that would, you know, accelerate our this agenda when it comes to gender equality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. What's something simple?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you've mentioned complimenting each other daily.
Yeah.
Those are actions. I wanted to ask you something you can do daily to uplift fellow women.
I think just a way to uplift another woman, whether it's like a compliment, support their business, something that simple,
Yeah, it can
can
have
change
such a profound.
someone's life and
Yeah,
change even how they feel about themselves
yeah,
today. And when they walk into their workspace or whatever space they are walking into, because of your compliment, they'll have an impact.
yeah,
It will have an impact on their day and how they face their day
yeah.
and the situations around them. And this will have I'll say a triple effect
Yeah.
eventually to how we push this agenda of gender equality in our society today.
True.
Yeah.
Plus, there's this thing people always say, and I think it's true. There's a difference when you're complimented by a man or someone of the opposite gender,
Yeah.
and by a woman.
Oh,
And by a woman, you feel it's genuine. There's nothing you're gaining from
honestly, I agree.
Yeah.
When a fellow woman compliments you, enyewe unajuanga leo enyewe,
yeah, ukweli.
because and sorry, maybe I'm getting out of the topic. A man will compliment you even when you're looking at your ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe in the eyes of the
You
beholder,
genuinely are looking
beautiful to them.
Yeah.
And also for most of them, they have an agenda when they're
Exactly.
complimenting you,
Yeah.
right? But when a woman compliments you, there's no agenda.
Exactly.
Yeah, enyewe umembamba, like enyewe you know how you've presented yourself has really, for them to even overcome that of oh, I can't compliment a fellow woman, for them to overcome that and be like, oh my god, you look so good, and yet genuinely you look so good. So it just, again, it creates that ripple effect in our daily lives.
Yeah. I wish complimented each other more. I do. Personally take a point to compliment women.
Yeah.
I don't have a habit of, oh, it's a woman.
No. I also don't. I compliment.
Someone
and
looks
genuinely
good, they look good.
Yeah.
Like, if you compliment them or not, it won't change how they look. So you can just
Yes,
compliment them.
I feel like we always wait, even when in our friend groups, we always wait for the time where someone looks bad for you to talk about it.
Yeah.
And you see, if I've been complimenting you, oh Nema, you look good, you look good. Even the day I tell you, hey Leo, this is not giving, you won't take offense to it. You might feel some type of way, but you'll be like, she tells me when I look good.
Exactly.
So this is not coming out of maliciousness. She's genuinely telling me, here you are, Cleo. So I feel like when it comes to complimenting each other as women, we need to do it often and don't wait when it's negative or when it's bad. That's when you have something to say.
Yeah, true.
If you can't compliment me when I look good, then don't compliment me at all. But even when I look bad, don't have a say.
True. True.
Yeah.
How do you want women to feel after watching this interview?
Ooh. I want them to feel, like life is not a huge stone over them. I feel like sometimes we have a huge burden and we take life as if it's overwhelming us. It's conquering us. I wish, my hope is that when a woman watches this interview is with the thought of they can do anything, they can conquer the world. The world is their runway, and their attitude has a big, big role to play with how they navigate their daily lives. Like if you feel like life is too big, it's a huge stone that is gonna drop on you anytime. That is how life is going to feel. But if you turn the situation around, and you feel like, this is the world under me, I'll work on it, I'll navigate it a day at a time. I feel like that's what I would want. Like, just take a day at a time. No pressure. And it's never that serious.
Yeah.
It's never that serious. Pole pole too. It's never that serious.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous. Complete this sentence.
Yeah.
A powerful woman is?
Ooh. A powerful woman is self-aware. Yeah. I feel like I think I'll refer a lot to friend groups, but I feel like we want to compare ourselves to each other, even styles, like something simple, even like fashion style, or this person is doing ABCD and this one is doing this. But if you're self-aware of your own abilities, your own talents, your own gifts, and your own disposition in life, like this is what I like, this is not what I like, I feel like you become even confident in yourself because you're not constantly comparing yourself to others. Because sometimes I feel like, oh, huyu anachekanga hivi, you want to laugh like them.
Yeah.
No, we are different. So I feel like self-aware, for me, like self-awareness is such a strong thing as a woman. Like a powerful woman for me is someone who is very self-aware of themselves, and they present themselves they have individuality. Yeah. You're not being morphed into what everyone wants. You're not trying to be other people. Uko tu individual and very much self-aware. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That would be, the world would be a better place if more women were self-aware.
Yes.
Women are not given the space to be aware
No,
of themselves.
they are not.
No.
They are not.
You have
They
to
are
be aware
not.
of children, of
Children,
your husband, of your
the timelines that you're given.
exactly.
There's a biological clock. There's a marriage clock. There's so many clocks, placed over our lives, and they all sound like a ticking time bomb. They might explode at a certain time, or if it explodes, like maybe you are told, oh, you need to achieve ABCD by the time you're 27, and then unafika 27 you haven't achieved, and you now start feeling like a failure. No.
True.
Yeah.
Self-aware. Okay. Lastly, if you had a billboard in the middle of Nairobi dedicated to all women, what would it say?
Oh, wow. I think it will say no pity party. No pity party, as I've said. Go forth, be yourself, and be the best version of yourself. Wow. Yeah.
Now, could you kindly look at the camera and share whether it's that or whatever your IWD message is for women? You can just tell them.
I think what I would want to leave this interview by saying, or rather my parting shot will be, as women, let us uplift each other. Let us support each other, even in the smallest way. I think it's a saying by Wangari Maathai where she says, a small hummingbird had a big role to play when it comes to putting out fire in the forest. That one drop. So that's the concept I was saying, even of a simple concept. Let us not be only have negative, vile thoughts when it comes to one another. Let's have positive thoughts. Let's have positive impact with one another, and that is the only way we can push the agenda of gender equality and even elevating the position of a woman in our society as a whole. Yeah, that will be it. So even when it comes to content creation, same theory applies. Don't ati unapatana na, you find another woman's content, another girl's content, and you avoid liking it because you don't want to look, you feel like you're giving them the most. Please, no. When she thrives, you're thriving in your own way. There's space for everyone in this, in the world. Yeah.